On a variety show, a green tea actress snatched my phone, claiming she wanted to do a surprise inspection. I only had one number saved in my contacts, under the name Sweetheart Baby Hubby. The green tea girl got way too excited and immediately called the number. Moments later, her own phone rang. The screen barrage exploded, and so did she. Her face turned every shade of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. I couldn't hold it in and burst out laughing. Honk 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 honk. Even the host was stunned, unsure how to smooth things over. After all, Kristen and I were famously at odds. Now, with a nickname like that in private, no wonder she was creeped out. I was creeped out myself. But knowing how much it bothered her, I couldn't help letting out another string of goosey laughter. Honk 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 honk. Kristen came from a privileged family and had chased her dreams into the entertainment world. Her debut role was in a blockbuster that grossed over $100 million, with a cast so A-list it made both men and women weep. I came from nothing, only able to land low-budget web dramas, relying on the sheer number of projects to gather a following. We had zero overlap until recently, when I happened to be in the same city, even the same restaurant, as a rising movie king. The paparazzi caught us and made a meal of it, suggesting we had a thing. Kristen lost it, since the actor in question happened to be her secret crush. From then on, she held a grudge. First came the paid smear campaigns and resource snatching. Then she started attending every event I did, constantly finding chances to slander and sideline me. My public image plummeted. She plotted while I was defenseless. By the time I caught on, I was already labeled the desperate, clingy girl everyone hated. My already limited resources dried up, and I almost couldn't even land low-end ads. This variety show was clearly another trap laid by Kristen. Luckily, I'd learned my lesson and came well prepared this time. I narrowly dodged disaster and even turned the tables. After the phone incident, the show descended into chaos. The movie king, Luke, was also a guest on this show. When he saw the contact name, he looked at me with disbelief and disgust, staring several times like he wanted to say something but held back, as if trying to talk me out of a hopeless crush. But now that the truth was out, he was floored. Wait, what? That's Kristen's number? I thought you were into me. You even followed me to a hotel. I rolled my eyes and laughed it off. Honk, no idea. Kristen froze too. After a long daze, she stormed over, shoved my shoulder, and snapped, "You set me up. How the hell am I your husband?" Then she kept flipping through my phone, refusing to believe it. First, the photo album filled with her best shots from her own social media, every single one from last year to now. Then WeChat, where she was pinned to the top, nickname Sweetest Cutie in the whole wide world. She opened my alt Twitter, it got exposed on the spot and found it packed with cheesy love confessions. I can deadlift 440 pounds, but I can't lift the weight of missing you. I wish I were your shoes so I could walk with you till the end. Your dad must be a thief. He stole stars from the sky and put them in your eyes. The latest post was from yesterday. Kristen, my baby, my one and only sweetie pie, you're always bouncing around in my heart. Kristen stared at the screen, stunned. Her eyes locked on it like she was trying to bore a hole through the glass. Her long, slender fingers froze mid-scroll. It wasn't until the host called her name that she finally looked up at me. Those once sparkling eyes now held nothing but confusion and defeat. While the host tried desperately to warm up the stage, Kristen looked like she was in another world, dazed and hollow. Her voice trembled as she asked me a question that sounded more like a whisper from her soul. You really like me that much? I nearly laughed out loud. Of course not. I just bought that Twitter account a few days ago. Everything on it was from the original owner except the last post. But just to mess with her, I leaned in, tone all flirty. Yep, just figuring that out now? Kristen looked horrified, stumbling back several steps. She practically had, "Don't come near me," written on her face. Her panic made me feel giddy. I hadn't felt this triumphant in ages. I was ecstatic. I shot her a smug grin and raised an eyebrow. Her face cycled through another round of colors and finally froze on a flushed red. She slowly turned away. After the show, our drama blew up on social media. Hashtags like Jennifer Kristen, Jennifer's contact name for Kristen, Kristen, my sweetheart hubby, Kristen turns green, Kristen turns red, Kristen outed, Jennifer get out of showbiz were all trending at number 1, each one marked hot, with an absurd amount of traffic. Jennifer and Kristen real or fake? Lol, someone actually asked if it's real? Of course it's fake. Kristen totally ignored her at the end. Jennifer's just delusional. She clung to the movie king, now she's clinging to Kristen. She leeches off every big name. Poor Kristen sucked dry again. Someone give her a hug. Still, a ton of people were trashing me, but I never expected this to fix my reputation overnight. Honestly, dodging a few landmines was already a win. I was pretty pleased with my performance. Slapped on a face mask and went to bed. I was sleeping like a baby when a call yanked me awake. My agent was blowing up my phone. What's going on with you and Kristen? What's that post she made supposed to mean? Emily was practically screaming, her voice thunderous through the line. My brain rattled like I had amnesia. It took me a while to remember I'd been on the show with Kristen yesterday and made that call. I mumbled, "Kristen? Oh, I just messed with her a bit yesterday." Then what's with her post? What does it mean? She posted something? I asked, eyes still shut. She's probably cursing me out or something. Emily roared again. Are you still in bed? Get up and check her post, then report back to me what stage you two are at. The call ended. I was about to go back to sleep when I caught a glimpse of my phone. Over 99 messages. I opened the app and realized they were all about Kristen's post from last night. My head spun just looking at it. I scrolled up for ages before I finally found the top and started reading. Kristen, I need some time to think about what happened this afternoon. I never expected you to feel that way about me. Am I really that irresistible? I guess I can't blame you. People have adored me since I was a kid. So you were hanging around Luke just to scope out the competition? You sneaky little thing, and you didn't even bother clearing the air. Thought this would get my attention, huh? Well, it worked. I admit your little tricks did catch my eye. How about this? If you win Best Actress, I'll give you a shot at winning me too. That's not asking too much, is it? After all, someone as amazing as me deserves someone who'll fight to earn it. After sending that last message, she went quiet for about 10 minutes before continuing. Why aren't you replying? Is this the silent treatment? Is it because my standards are too high? Fine, I didn't know you were this delicate. You don't have to win Best Actress. I'll spoil you anyway. Let's pick a date to go public. How about 2 minutes from now? It'll be 22. 22. Do you like the number 22? Why aren't you saying anything? Are you playing me? It's already 22, 25. You missed the perfect moment. Can't you act like a proper wife for once? What's your deal? Don't want to go public? Fine. Whatever, I wasn't that into the idea anyway. Who was even waiting for that, lol? You're such a fake. Baby, I'm sorry. I was just kidding. Please don't ignore me. You can manage all our finances from now on. Just talk to me, okay? WeChat transfer 200. Hit the limit. I'll transfer the house deed to you tomorrow. We need a place for the wedding anyway. Not that I said I wanted to get married. I only brought it up because I knew you'd be eager. Don't get the wrong idea. What kind of wedding dress do you like? What kind of house? Want to live here or abroad? Honeymoon, maybe a year's enough. I'm not going to pamper you forever. Women should have careers too. Still ignoring me? Wait, are you worried I'm bad in bed? I mean, this would be my first marriage to a woman, but I'm a fast learner. I promise I won't disappoint. Still nothing? Don't believe me? You're playing with fire, woman! The more I read, the more awake I became. Sleepiness completely vanished as Emily's shouting echoed in my mind, and suddenly it all made sense. With trembling hands, I opened Weibo. Kristen's name was already trending. I clicked in and found she had just reposted a gossip account accusing me of riding her coattails, with the caption, "Touch my woman and die." The comment section instantly blew past 100. 0. Shut them all down, every last one. Kristen had gone ballistic on Weibo, threatening to get every single gossip account banned. Her fans lost it too. Sis, are you out of your mind? You're really with Jennifer? What's so great about her? Luke's at least on your level. My vision went dark. Kristen was the one who made the post, so why was I the one getting dragged? Was she inciting people to cyberbully me? Scrolling further, I saw Kristen hadn't just reposted that one. She was arguing with commenters left and right. Fan, Jennifer's just playing with you. Only your fans truly love you. Please, wake up. Kristen quote tweeted that one directly. Playing? No way. She's crazy in love with me, so scared I'll find out. If I hadn't made the first move, who knows how long she'd have kept secretly crushing on me. The fan lost it. Jennifer's broke and irrelevant. She's only with you for the money. Kristen replied, then why isn't she going after someone richer? Why me? Must be love. This is all PR, pure publicity stunt. Kristen kept firing back, lol, someone's a little salty. Finally, I reached an original post. Kristen. So it turns out someone has loved me deeply for years, all in the shadows. She added a blushing emoji. I was stunned. What was she even saying? I understood every word individually, but together they made no sense. I didn't even post that many photos of her just from the past year or so. She's not seriously trying to become my husband, right? I must have gotten up too fast. I tried to go back to sleep. 2 minutes later, I bolted upright, practically slapping myself. Damn it, why did I even make that contact name? What now? Am I really supposed to be Kristen's wife? No way! I'm a full-blooded straight woman, damn it! How could someone like me end up being someone's wife? Then again, Kristen's not so bad aside from being completely insane. Maybe I should just message her and clear things up? I picked up my phone to type, but a notification from Emily popped up first. I've more or less figured out what's going on. Don't say I didn't warn you Kristen pulled all this when she just thought you were a love rival. Imagine what she'll do if she thinks you're playing with her heart. Besides, she's probably not that into you, just using you to mess with Luke. You'd be better off seizing the opportunity. Oh, so I'm just being used to provoke Luke? That's a relief. I typed out a reply at lightning speed and sent it to Kristen. Good morning, baby. I was sleeping earlier, didn't mean to ignore you. Another day, another chance to love you. Mua mua, sweetheart, she replied instantly. Shh, such a baby. Along with a photo, I opened it. It was a spreadsheet listing a bunch of gossip accounts and usernames, some of which looked very familiar. The same ones that had been photoshopping me into cursed images for years. My heart skipped a beat. Kristen messaged again. All of these accounts have been shut down. Don't worry. I'll make sure everyone who ever bullied you pays for it. I want the whole world to know you're mine, and I'm gonna spoil you rotten. That helped me a ton. Before I could say, thank you, hubby. You're the best. I'm so happy, mua mua, to express my gratitude. Kristen sent another barrage of messages. Thinking about acting soon? Any scripts you're into? Got time today? Want to go handle some paperwork? I'll transfer my house to your name first, then we'll go get the marriage license. Oh, have you decided on the wedding venue yet? And the dress color? I asked you that yesterday and you didn't answer. Did you even read what I sent? All you do is act cute. Just because you love me doesn't mean you get to slack off. Can't you be productive for once? You little demon! You infuriating, adorable demon! I was dizzy just reading it. Who taught you to type this much? Are you prepping for grad school? On the trending list, Kristen don't touch my woman and Jennifer is my woman were hanging high. Friends and family laughed at me for a whole hour, while the culprit was busy discussing wedding houses and marriage licenses with me. I laughed too, but deep down I was blank. I had no idea how things got to this point. I just knew this probably wasn't right. After a lot of fumbling, I managed to brush it off for now. Kristen wasn't thrilled about being turned down. Fine, no license, but can we at least go public? Post a few of my selfies to claim me. She sent a picture. Selfie JPG. I'm so stunning it's natural for people to want me. Of course, you're not bad looking either. We make a great match. Why aren't you saying anything? Did the photo not send? Selfie. JPG. You see it now, right? Still nothing. Are you shy? Haha, silly girl. If you like me, just say so. I'll send you as many photos as you want. I'm already yours, body and soul. Photos are the least I can give. I got goosebumps all over. Did Kristen not gag typing that nonsense? Was she saying it just to gross me out? Morning's already annoying enough without this crap. I shot back on purpose. Kristen hubby is so pretty. I love you so much. Slurp, 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 slurp. Kristen immediately fired back with 50 selfies. She seemed really hyped, though her words and actions didn't match at all. Oops, my hand slipped. Can you delete them on your end? Don't you dare save them in secret. Also, you're seriously such a perv. I knew it. You've been holding back your feelings for me. So this is how you really feel such a freak. I love it. I love how direct you are. You little thing makes me want to just throw you down and take you right now. Honestly, I wanted to throw her down too. But thinking it through, she'd already self-destructed this morning. Exposing those CEO-style quotes wouldn't do anything. Seriously, who taught her to talk like that? I couldn't take it anymore. I smashed the keyboard, typing out the meanest words. That contact name was a joke. Then slowly backspaced it all. Forget it, not worth dying over. That afternoon on set, Kristen was radiant. Because of what happened yesterday, the host kept prompting us for juicy bits. Kristen strutted around like a peacock in full bloom. Every word she said screamed smugness. Yes, I have a wife now. I've had an awakening, ideologically. I think I'm more suited to be the husband. Playing around? Who's playing around? I'm dead serious. Then the host dragged her off stage. When she came back, her face was stormy and she muttered a stream of flowery curses, completely disregarding the whole show. The host couldn't take it anymore and quickly started a new game. I was far away and didn't catch the rules, just sipping tea off camera. A fellow C-list actress sidled up and whispered, "Why didn't Kristen drag you up front? You guys cool? She didn't hit you after yesterday, right?" I wanted to trash her, but given how clear our dynamic had become, I had to play nice. "No, she's actually pretty mild-tempered," I explained. "Wait, you guys are really together?" the actress asked, eyes gleaming with gossip. I hesitated, then said, "No." Heh. A familiar laugh rang out behind me. In the next moment, Kristen walked up and threw an arm around my shoulder. "I know you're shy, but you shouldn't lie. We're obviously together." "Yes, we're together," she said to the actress, then turned to me. "You still haven't answered me about this morning. When are we going public? I just want to tie you to my side forever so you can't leave me." How's that for an announcement line? I was too stunned to speak. Where was she even getting these lines from? I forced a compliment. "It's good." Kristen nodded approvingly. "I think so too. I'll find a fortune teller to pick a date, then we'll make it official in style." As soon as she said that, I saw the other actress's face go from thrilled to bewildered to, "I'm talking to a lunatic." And finally, she drifted away in a daze. A pity, really. She looked like she was about to ask for Kristen's autograph. After she left, Kristen slid into the seat next to me. Suddenly, we were sitting very close. Her subtle, cool scent nearly drowned me. I glanced her way and caught a glimpse of the pale, flawless skin on her neck. She rested her cheek in one hand, and when she noticed me staring, she smirked. "Been looking for a while. Can't get enough of me? Like me that much?" I blurted out sweetly, almost on instinct. "Baby, sweetheart, you're the most beautiful person in the whole world. I just can't help myself." She raised her brow, barely able to hide her grin. "No wonder you always run off to the corner when I'm not around. You can't survive without me, huh? Don't love me too much." Heh. He. Ha 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 ha, you little clingy thing. I wish I could just tuck you into my waistband. Why didn't you just confess earlier? If I hadn't found out yesterday, how much longer would you have kept suffering in secret? She couldn't stop talking. In my head, "You're insane." Out loud, "Yeah, I love you so much." She giggled again, her eyes sparkling with colors I couldn't read. I smiled back. I've always been a smiley person. After a while, she said, "Baby, you're so gentle. You're the first person who's ever gone along with me on everything. And your smile, it's beautiful." I rolled my eyes. Like hell, I believed that. Someone with her money and power? No way, I was the first. But thinking about it, her unhinged personality probably does make it hard to get along with people. So she had that much self-awareness, huh? I kept laughing with her. She tilted her head slightly, a lock of black hair brushing her ear. Then she lifted a hand, and with delicate pink-white fingers, she lightly flicked one of my lashes. Zap, static electricity. I went numb. When this episode aired, the comment section was chaos again. Fake, not watching. Kristen, what are you doing, girl? I asked a fortune teller, they don't look like a match at all. What if they're wife-wifey compatible instead? Most people didn't think Kristen and I stood a chance. Hilarious, like we were actually a couple or something. Even I didn't believe in us. On the way back from the studio, we were still chatting over voice. Kristen said she was planning a birthday surprise for me. I told her, no thanks, babe. I finally got home, ready to relax. But the moment I opened the door, I crashed into something soft. Kristen was standing in my entryway. Before I could back away, she forcefully pulled me into her chest with one arm, the other wrapping around my waist. Her voice rang out above my head, clear as a mountain spring. You little rascal, couldn't wait to throw yourself at me, huh? I opened my mouth to explain, but before I could say anything, she leaned in and kissed me right on the lips. No warning, it was a sneak attack, and just like that, my first kiss was gone. It was weird, but kind of magical. In that moment, time slowed down. All my senses heightened. The cicadas outside were deafening. Every beat of my heart felt like it echoed in my throat. I floated, untethered, like my soul had left orbit. I don't know how long it took before my thoughts started to return, and I could finally process what had just happened. Kristen kissed me. Was she out of her mind? Why kiss me? Is this how straight girls flirt now? Or was she just messing with me again? That's some serious commitment just to throw me off. That thought made me snap. I grabbed her face and bit her lip, then gave it a cheeky lick. Kristen yelped in pain, touched her lip with her fingers, and gave me this wounded, meaningful look. Jennifer, you're so rough. Her expression was so pitiful I couldn't help but laugh. I ran a thumb along her lip and whispered triumphantly in her ear, just returning the favor. Her eyes suddenly lit up. She lunged at me and hugged me tight. I didn't back down, and there we were, wrapped up in each other at the front door. An hour later, Kristen and I finally arrived at her hotel. The cold air from the AC cooled my overheated brain, and suddenly it hit me. What the hell just happened? Why did I kiss Kristen? Or wait, she kissed me first. But why? I was falling apart. My first kiss was with a woman, and we even clung to each other at the doorway for ages. The sacrifice was massive. Oh my God, what was I doing? I covered my face, torn between crying and laughing, because clearly I'd lost it. It was such a tragic situation, yet all I could think about was Kristen's gorgeous face. Her face really was stunning. Not a single visible pore, her skin pale as snow, and those long lashes, one of which I plucked earlier. It must have been like 30 centimeters long. Okay, kidding, it was a strand of hair. I was zoning out, wondering if I was seriously ill. Kristen was pouring me a drink. The wine smelled amazing, but I couldn't take my eyes off her. Tonight, she was wearing a rare embroidered gown, hem adorned with rhinestones and sequins. The soft blue shimmer flowed like a morpho butterfly gliding through the tropical rainforests of Central America. When she noticed my gaze, she gave me a little smirk. It felt like light leaking through storm clouds, like a distant, unreachable dream being offered to me from afar. Suddenly, I remembered that's exactly how it felt the first time I saw Kristen. It was at some banquet. I'd already acted in a few flop dramas. Wearing an ill-fitting dress, I stood alone in a corner, looking like a middle-aged, unemployed woman. No one talked to me, no one approached. Only the director had gestured for me to go toast Kristen, the star of the evening. She was dressed in a flowing white satin gown, silky hair draped over her chest, wrists and neck covered in dazzling jewels. She reclined lazily on a velvet cushion, too regal to even look at directly. I greeted her as President Sue. She didn't even open her eyes, just waved me away. I failed the task and returned to apologize to the director. While doing so, I looked back and saw Kristen had quietly sat up and was now chatting with a familiar-looking actress. Maybe she noticed my glance, because she turned and shot me a look. It was the kind of arrogant, spoiled look only rich people have, like obsidian buried beneath powdery snow. Just one glance and my head spun. The director caught it too and chuckled beside me. That's the norm in this industry, kiss up and kick down. I nodded instinctively. Later, I clawed my way upward and could finally glimpse the hem of Kristen's gown. By the time we met again, we were sworn enemies. Her gaze was still cold and superior, just one look and it felt like I was beneath her. Even when messing with me, she never seemed to stoop. She was distant, unreachable, like a dream. But tonight, that dream had gently brushed against my lips. If I had even a shred of poetic talent, I'd go to the riverside and pick a flower to thank her for descending from the snowy peaks to show me mercy. Unfortunately, I'm just a useless straight girl, crawling in the dark, twisted and desperate, screaming her name in my head over and over again. I was losing it. I searched online for help, nearly got lured into some sketchy websites. That night, I called my parents and asked what would happen if I couldn't carry on the family line. My mom picked up and replied in utter disbelief. "What the hell, you still care about that? Haven't you been with that girl for a while now?" I died inside. I couldn't even face the question. What are you talking about? Who would I be with? That tall, skinny actress with pale skin, the one who was in that Qin Dynasty costume drama? Your grandma loves her, don't you remember? You better bring her home to visit when you get the chance. Wait, my mom knew? Total chaos. My brain felt like it was imploding. How was one night more confusing than my whole life? Whatever, I decided to focus on work. Honestly, ever since Kristen started backing me, life got a lot easier. The quality of my gigs skyrocketed. Directors and top-tier actors who once seemed out of reach were now everywhere. At the film lot, big-name directors were personally coaching me on set. I had plenty of experience already, so once I got my shot, I made it count. I wrapped 2 supporting roles in no time. After the shows aired, my popularity shot up, and my performance proved I had real talent. The people who used to mock me went silent. Some even avoided me around the lot. One low-tier director who once shorted me on pay actually cried and clung to my ankle to apologize. In just over a month, my paycheck had doubled. After getting my cut, I bought my parents a house and a car top-tier renovations, 5 parking spots. At class reunions, I walked in like I owned the place. Sure, Kristen used to mess with me a lot, but now she'd brought me a ton of benefits. She even apologized for bullying me before. I forgave her. Now we lived and ate together like the best of besties. Emily said we were the perfect example of girls helping girls, told me not to overthink it. I agreed. Honestly, money and power are amazing things. But something felt off. Now that I think about it, where the hell did Luke go? Wasn't I supposed to be Kristen's pawn to provoke him? Kristen's been glued to me 24/7. How would she even have time to chase him? I decided to dig for info. Kristen looked confused. Luke, why are you bringing him up? Are you jealous? Not really. Liar. Just admit you're jealous. I won't tease you. She smiled, her eyes full of affection. Yeah, I used to have a thing for Luke, but who the hell is he anyway? Not even worth the breath. I don't even feel like talking about him. I kept probing. Didn't you two used to be close? Kristen instantly bristled. What's that supposed to mean? You think I'm cheating on you or something? I'm not that kind of person. We stopped talking a long time ago. You're seriously jealous, huh? Relax. The only one I like now is you. I treat people how they treat me. My heart skipped a beat. But what if all this was just a joke? Maybe my expression gave something away, because Kristen narrowed her eyes at me. What's that look for? What's going on? Don't tell me you don't like me? I didn't know whether to nod or shake my head. I was torn between guilt and temptation. If we were still enemies, I could have kept enjoying the perks without a second thought. But now we were best friends in the whole world. I knew her, and she knew me. I'd come to realize her personality wasn't that bad. She wasn't a terrible person. So how could I keep lying to her? After an intense inner battle, morality and friendship won out. I confessed, actually, that contact name, I only said it to mess with you. I never really saw you as my husband. The air suddenly went still, so still it lasted for a long time. Kristen asked hoarsely, "What do you mean?" Just what I said. I was messing with you before. Oh, that's fine. As long as I like you, I don't mind you being a little mischievous now and then. What kind of response was that? She totally threw off my train of thought. I waited a couple seconds, then spoke again. No, I mean I never liked you to begin with. Don't say that! Crash. A glass shattered on the floor. Her eyes turned bloodshot, watery without me noticing. Her face was a picture of hurt, like I'd secretly had 3 kids behind her back. But I had to go on. I thought you, being straight, would be creeped out by that nickname, so... Another crash. She'd smashed another glass. You're just saying that to upset me. I don't believe it. I stood firm. It's true. She argued back. It's not. It is. She got mad, ran into the room, came back with a home lie detector, and shoved my finger into it. I say it's not true. You dare take a lie test? Why wouldn't I? I said that, but I was scared to death inside. What even was this? Good thing I was straight. Kristen asked, Do you like me? I confidently said, No. Beep. The machine went off. I was lying. My brain short-circuited. Kristen let out a relieved breath, gave me a look full of naughty, playful. You little rascal. Don't do that again. I couldn't accept it. This thing's broken, right? I made her let me retest it again and again, but every time, it said the same thing. I really did like Kristen. My face burned like I'd been slapped 18 times in a row. I couldn't believe the result. After that, Kristen got smug again. My bad. I haven't been giving you enough attention lately. Look at you, pulling little tricks to get me to notice you. Well, it worked. You always manage to scare me just a little. You have no idea how nervous I was. I really thought you didn't like me. Girl, eyes don't lie, I shrieked. What do you know about eyes? I have astigmatism. Kristen huffed. You little liar. If you didn't like me, how'd you manage to face me all that time? That actually made me a little proud. I'm a great actress. Kristen almost laughed again. Fine, fine. You're a great actress. Then keep acting like this, all the way till I get bored. Though even if you get bored, I might not agree to let you go. I was about to argue back, but Kristen stopped me. Don't forget, I used to bully you, so if this is real, it makes us even. I thought about it and figured she had a point. But why did she look so self-assured, like I was the one feeling guilty? Please, like I'd feel guilty. Okay, maybe just a little. A tiny bit. After that, we kept our relationship just like before. When I won a small award, we made it official on Weibo. I secretly posted a photo of us holding hands. Kristen saw it and immediately got so excited she ran over and kissed me, then made her own post. We didn't make a huge deal out of it, just tagged each other. But the comments blew up like never before. We topped every trending chart. Only then did I realize how far we'd come together. Later, we went abroad to register, took a honeymoon, met each other's parents and relatives. In my eyes, Kristen and I were still the best girlfriends in the world, just with a lot of not-so-innocent stuff going on. I mean, I'm a straight girl after all. Sometimes I'd think about our ghost of a matchmaker, Luke. One time at the company, I overheard some gossip and finally learned the real story behind Kristen and Luke. Luke wasn't Kristen's idol, and she wasn't some obsessed fan. They were more like arranged partners hooked up by their parents. The Liu family was lower in status, relying on Kristen's family. After being introduced, Kristen treated Luke as a mission target and pursued him for a while. Luke got so carried away by her attention that he forgot who he was. He refused to make their relationship official, kept playing the single card in public, attracting tons of fangirls. Kristen obviously didn't want someone like that. Once she saw him clearly, she cut him off right away. By the time we met on the variety show, they were no longer in contact. Their only overlap was work-related, so I guess I picked up the leftovers. People always said Kristen and I wouldn't last, and honestly, I believed it too. After hearing what happened with Luke, I was even more convinced. She got tired of him, maybe one day she'd get tired of me too. But I didn't expect that. Year after year, Kristen and I kept going. We made it through all 4 seasons working, winning awards, celebrating like maniacs at home, reading comments from fans online. And somehow, I began to catch glimpses of a future with Kristen. We're old now, white-haired, sitting in wheelchairs. Her hand rests over mine. Her tone is still cocky, still loud, as she repeats the declaration she once crafted so seriously but never made famous. I just want to tie you to me so tight you'll never leave, just like any other ordinary day.